This way gel nails should look after 3 weeks of visiting the nail tech. But sometimes when the nail master does bulky nails, we have this picture when nails are growing down, and it seems like it's better to be free from gel nails than to have such nails. And let's talk about it in this video. I will give some tips how to make elegant nails simultaneously when they are strong enough. I just want to show you guys how we can apply easily this set of gel nails step by step, and in this video you will see in all details how to do the long shaped nails and the amazing nail design, and I will pay attention how to apply detailed paintings. We will draw my favorite painting. You see me working with the carbide drill bit barrel, especially for those guys who prefers working with long nails. As for me, I prefer using the large toothing drill bit like barrel and never stick with small toothing ceramic drill bits. Just quick tip, if you suddenly drop down this drill bit on the floor and it started vibrating, it's bended, you can take the old drill bit, for example the same barrel drill bit which is blunted, and you can cut the tail, the half of tail with the old drill bit. But please use wipes to protect your fingers from burns. It works perfectly. For example, my brother, he always cutting the half of the tail of drill bits. This way it's much easier. It doesn't vibrating at all, and it's much easier to work and to cut product from the nail plate. You will see that the shorter tail works, the drill bit with the shorter tail works much better. It's better pushing cuticles after removing the gel, because sometimes when you have lifted cuticle and suddenly touched opened cuticle with the barrel drill bit, you can cut the skin. I think it's better when the cuticle is closed and you are applying manipulations with the gel product using the drill bit. But sometimes in my videos you can see that first I'm pushing cuticles and after I'm removing the gel product. It's not the main thing, but sometimes I prefer pushing cuticles after removing the gel. I'm working with a flame medium drill bit for removing the pterygia. This client has extremely intensive pterygia. I mean, you should press the drill bit to remove it all, because if you don't do it, there will be a lot of liftings. Sometimes some clients don't have pterygia at all, very thin layer of pterygia, and we practically don't push on the nail with the drill bit. Especially for this client, at first I'm trying to use the scissors for removing the skin, and it seems for me that it's not effective for this client. I'm trying to work with nippers. This nippers has short blades, and it helps me to remove the skin in hidden places. In those places I can't work with scissors. And after skin has been removed, I have primered the nail plate with the gel primer. I don't use acid primers, as I told you before in my previous videos, and I advise my friends not to use them because they brings allergic reactions. So I have prepared the nail with the gel primer, and I'm placing the thick layer of the sculpting mix gel. It's thick enough to sculpt nail in one time, but I have cold temperature in my room, that's why the gel has such thick consistency. If it's hot in your room, it would be more liquid. In this case, you should apply not only one layer. I know it's not comfortable for those nail technicians who prefer work faster, but as for me, it doesn't matter how much layers I apply. Sometimes when we apply 2 layers, nails is becoming more accurate and neat, and I don't have to shape them too much, as in case when we are applying them in one layer. As you can see, I have already finished working with these nails, with the sculpting nails, and I started applying the nail design. I have buffed the nail plate before drawing these Halloween compositions. Now I'm drawing the witch. I have applied the background for this painting with gel paint of the brand Canny. This is the simple Chinese brand which always worked for me perfectly, and it costs not over than $1 for the pot of the container. The containers are small, but I don't need the larger amount, because some colors are lying in the shelf for the long time. I don't need the larger amount. These gel paints are perfect for drawing the background. Sometimes I don't remove even the tacky layer, and after I starting drawing details with acrylic paint. But you should control the thick layer. If it's so intensive, the acrylic paint will quickly flow across and the strokes will be spoiled quickly. If the thick layer is not so intensive, it's a little sticky layer. In this case, you can easily draw, and this way lines will be so elegant and much better than you are drawing on the buffered or shaped nails. When you, for example, have buffed or have shaped the nail before drawing, some lines can be they would not be so accurate than in case we draw on the neat and gloss surface. As you can see, I have quickly applied the backgrounds on each nail. You can use the sketch and transfer from already prepared pictures the pictures on the nails, like transferring the symbols from somewhere. On some nails I have drawn my favorite black cats. In this video I will pay more attention on how we can draw them. You know, these black cats made a lot for me, because I have drawn maybe 1000 such cats on clients' nails. I don't know why girls like them so much. I have trained my hand to the maximum with drawing such cats, and you will see it, how it's easy for me. I hope my favorite composition seemed adorable for you, and now I'm working with the acrylic paint and drawing this amazing black cat on the paper. So I'm just showing you, trying to draw the scheme. Firstly, we can divide this cat on main 3 strokes. We just need to learn how to draw the arch line. When you start with the tip of with the corner of the brush in the middle, we have make some pressure to draw wider line, and when we just finish, we lift the brush on the tip again, so we have something like the leaf or the wide arch. So if we train these lines, if we train our hand, it would be very easy to draw this cat very quickly. Just take a look. Now we start from drawing the first arch from down side to the top. After I reload the paint on the brush, I just repeat that I'm using simple acrylic paint. I have mixed it with the water to density of milk. This way we have elegant strokes, but don't put too much water on your palette, because in this way it will flow and the painting will not be so beautiful. After we have finished with the body and of the cat, we are drawing the head. You know, many things depend on how professionally your brush is, because one time I decided to find some years ago, I decided to find the brush into the stores, but I couldn't find such high quality brushes because there were a lot of synthetic brushes, and Kolinsky brushes were so wide, and it was impossible to draw with those brushes. And after I started searching these brushes from different manufacturers, and I have found good quality brushes. And you know, it's the big problem for the nail master to choose the correct brush for you, because sometimes you think that your brush is good, but it's not so. Because you have never used the best brushes. For example, those brushes from Rublev manufacturers, those brushes you can find, for example, on shapeofnail.com, thin brushes number 0 or 00. Of course, you should work with brushes to make it more comfortable for you. Sometimes I cut some hairs around, some hair around, to make it thinner. It depends on what kind of work we do. For example, if we work with the gel and we need to make the background, it's much better to use the wider brush and we don't need to cut it around. But in case when we are drawing such thin details like you see on the video now, we should cut hairs around to make it thinner, and the corner will be maximum thin, like only one hair, and we just draw with this hair these thin lines. You should train your hand with the particular brush. Sometimes when you take the new one and it seems for you that it's it's not yours, it's not easy to work with it. In this case, I suggest you to find the best for you and work with it as many times as you can, because you can work with the same brush even 1 year if you work with it correctly. If you don't forget to rinse the brush in the water to remove the acrylic paint or the gel, because the acrylic products or the gel products, they penetrate into the depth of the hair of this brush, and they are spoiling your brushes very quickly. And those nail masters who regularly remove the water, remove the products from the brushes, rinse them in water, in this case brushes live us much longer. And the next thing, the next secret for you is to drop the oil on the hair of the brush. This way it will be much flexible, and it will you will see that your compositions, thin lines will be much better when the hair is more flexible, and if it has been prepared with the oil. But don't forget to remove the oil before working with the acrylic paint or the new products. And I think that this is the good tip for the beginner, because first mistakes of those guys who start working with the paintings, their brushes are always dirty and they forget to clean them. If your brush is killed and it's full of the product, you can clean it with the nail polish remover or the cleaner. If you like these videos, guys, please don't forget to click like button, and don't forget to come back tomorrow. I will publish something new for you. You will enjoy it. Tomorrow I will have the new client and I will publish amazing video with very long nails. See you guys. Bye.